Hey, yo, 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 what's up? All right, so we just logged on. We got here to our resort, and so we are on vacation. And I have headphones on because it's like super loud everywhere. Uh, there's like parties going on every balcony, basically. And um, there's a lot of English music being played. I can hear like Erica Badu and The Roots. And so, yeah, there's plenty of Americans out here in the resort. But we are Christmas Eve. So in the Philippines, it's the 24th of December, and tomorrow is Christmas. And right now it's 11:50, and so in about 10 minutes it'll be Christmas Day. So welcoming in Christmas, and we've got some gifts we brought with us on this trip. We plan on opening them and for Christmas Day, and we're gonna go hit up the buffet in the morning. And we had a nice dinner buffet, and so yeah, we're just kind of like enjoying our time, retired in the Philippines. And Cobra and I moved to the Philippines about 115 days ago, maybe 120 at this point. Not sure. We stopped counting after 100, and things are kind of really going real smoothly. We, if you hear me, give me a thumbs up, okay? Go ahead and hit that like button. Thank you for joining us. And here's Hobart, our host.
All right, hey guys. So we had to revert to using the microphone just because we have other guests in the hotel room, and
Tons of guests.
we want to make sure that we are intimate,
Very
very
intimate.
up close and personal when talking
And
to
so
you
I
guys.
see there's people here, so you guys are welcome to hit the like button. And right now we're bringing in Christmas with some rojo caballo. Cheers. Filipino right here. How would you describe that beer?
Yucky.
No, it actually is like, it's drinkable. It's better than Guinness. Guinness is nasty.
Yeah, I don't really drink beer, but it'll
It'll do. No, this is an easy, smooth beer. Like I can drink this, no
It's
problem.
not a Corona.
Corona. Yeah.
It ain't no Corona.
Cool. Okay, so anyways, you want to tell them about like what we've been up to? Yesterday we threw the biggest party ever. I've never been to such large like party in my whole life. It was a crazy party.
So, in terms of parties, like we've thrown like house parties at our home, or we've had families over. Uh, we've never thrown a party like this, right?
No, never. Like that was like crazy to throw such a big party.
You know, when Dee and I when we got married in our own house.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
we never ever had one of these
Like
parties.
the big wedding or anything. No.
We're kind of more of a simple folk.
Mhm.
But my kids, Hiro and Himiko, wanted to have a Christmas party this year.
Mhm.
And why not? Why not start our year off with Christmas? And so, what
I
a big
mean,
thing.
I think we
Bad.
had like a huge turnout, like maybe like 300 people.
Yeah, massive. We had at one time, I think at its peak we had over 200. Right?
Yeah.
People come and go,
Yeah.
but at its peak we had about 200.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you guys want to see the party, you can go and look at our live from yesterday. There's 2 lives back there.
I can't even say like there were people like right by the road, and I felt
Oh
bad.
yeah. It was so packed. Like we didn't have enough space for all those people.
I felt really bad. I was like, man, I want to bring everyone in, but unfortunately, our little basketball courtyard wasn't big enough. It's like a half court area. Um, but But yeah, but we had a lot of food though. So shout outs to Maria Paula from Toyota.
Oh yeah, it
Oh
was
my
catered
gosh,
by Maria
so
Paula, and the food was divine.
her name
So
is.
good.
She actually came to the party. Her name is
Roland.
Roland,
Yeah.
and yeah, great food. We go to her carenderia probably like 3 times a week.
Yeah, pretty regulars. Yeah.
We've tried other places, but nothing compares.
No, her food
And
is legit
her
so
food is
good.
legit.
Yeah.
And we eat there so much that we asked her like, hey, you want to cater our Christmas party? And she laughed it off the first time I asked, but then I asked the second time, then she really realized that like we were serious,
Mhm.
and she's like, okay, yes, what do you want? And so we asked.
Hey, Willie Bobo.
Yeah,
Hi. Thanks for coming in. It's so good to see you.
It would have been nice to have a DJ at the party.
I
That
know,
would have been
right?
awesome.
Pandora was our DJ.
Yeah,
We
Pandora.
played Christmas songs. It was a good time. It's so good to see you in the chat, Willie Bobo. Miss you, love you. Yeah.
But yeah, big huge party. Like I said, I felt bad. We need a bigger venue if we're ever
Yeah.
gonna have
Yeah.
that again.
Definitely need a bigger venue.
So some great things that came about from that party was that a whole bunch of kids showed up. A whole bunch of kids showed up.
Yeah, lots
It
of
was
kids.
nice too because like here, the grandmas showed up. You know, and the grandmas
Tons of
like,
moms.
Tons of moms
It was
showed
like
up with their
tons of
kids. It
moms.
was so cool. It was so cool. Like it was great. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so. It felt so good to see those kids just have fun and play. And when they opened up their prizes, they were so surprised.
Mhm.
So surprised.
They love their
It
presents.
didn't matter what the prices were. Now the games were predominantly for 6th grade and below.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So only 6th grade and below got presents, like prizes.
Got prizes. Got to play the games. But at the end of the night, everyone, all the kids got prizes.
Yeah, everybody got a gift.
Did you give 7th and 8th graders?
No. If you were too old, you didn't get the gift. And my husband kept telling me like, "Oh, let him have a gift," and I was like, "Nah."
I gave one kid. I gave one of the 7th graders. I was like, hold on. So I was like, hey, I need a present. So I gave it. So at the end of the night, we just ended up putting some money in envelopes.
Yeah.
And then we passed it out to the kids who didn't get any gifts.
Right.
At the gifts.
So everybody came. Oh yeah.
The gifts were so good.
The gifts were good. We gave out 4 bicycles. Okay, and bikes are pretty expensive. We also gave out 25 prizes, like gifts, and they're not like these cheap gifts you get at like the swap meet. Like they were good gifts, like you get like at Toys R Us, you know.
We went to the SM store, which I think it's an acronym for like Super Mall.
Mhm.
That's where we went shopping for some of the gifts, and then but predominantly, a lot of the gifts were like sports. So
sports stuff.
chess, basketball, badminton,
Mhm.
volleyball.
Yeah.
I think that so
I don't know if you
it's
guys can
Christmas
hear.
Eve
It's Christmas
here,
Eve.
and everybody is saying
People
like,
are yelling
"Merry
off their
Christmas,"
balcony
and
Christmas
they're like,
Eve.
"Hey, 2 more minutes, guys."
So
It's awesome. We're not the only ones speaking English here, so it's great.
no, there's tons of foreigners here. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was great. You know what? What were some of the concerns you had before the party?
That there would be smokers, and nobody smoked on our property, so that was nice.
Yeah, no, it was really good. We were
I mean,
really
I put
worried
up some
about that.
signs.
Yeah. We were really worried about that because we don't want like our kids.
We don't
sure
want
there's a lot of
anybody's
parents
kids
that
around that kind
like
of stuff, and
other kids to be in that as
yeah.
well. So we put up
So that was one of my
signs,
problems.
and people respected it. I really appreciate
I
that.
also worried that people would like not respect our home, but I mean, for the most part, they did. Like, yeah, it wasn't like too dirty by the end of the night. You know, there was so many people that stayed to help, just out of the kindness of their hearts to help, and that was a blessing because I don't think we could have done the party without them.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh my goodness. family from
Yeah,
Tarlac.
yeah,
So thank you
family
so
from all
much
over, family from Barang
for us
Ubong.
coming by and helping serve. A family from Paranubong, they helped
Yeah,
serve as well. My
yeah,
auntie,
even
oh my
family
gosh,
from San Fernando, or where's
San
it? San,
Lonion,
no, San,
San
yeah, from La
Fabian, San
Union.
San Fabian.
They came and helped too. Like
So I
all your family
and from
came and
Nueva
helped.
Ecija too, they came
Yeah,
down. But it
yeah,
was
like
great.
I don't know.
They came down and like we just started rolling up their sleeves. My cousin, like Leo, right? Like it was the worst time to roll like a night shift, right? Because we the one of the guys that was helping us was cutting up the meat for the lechon, but the lechon was so big
It
and
was a
so many people were
huge,
coming through so
huge
fast. We
lechon.
needed somebody else, and he volunteered to cut up the lechon. So thank you, Leo, for doing that.
Yeah,
But thankfully, my other cousin from Barangubong um, ended up like having to go in there and start cutting the lechon so that way Leo wouldn't. We call him Yayong. Leo wouldn't have to get his white shirt dirty. But you know,
it was
yeah,
definitely it
it
was a
was awesome.
great, great turnout.
Great turnout.
More people than I ever thought I'd see come through. It was
It
so
was.
hard to manage those kids. Those kids were wild, okay? And
No, no, no. Like wild is such
like
a
no,
big
cause
term, right?
no. So
I would
like
say they were excited
the
just to be present
yes.
and to play the
I
games.
mean, they were playing the games, and I was like, "Listen, listen!" I couldn't get anybody to listen to me. I
That's because she was talking in English. You gotta talk like
was like, I
in
was,
Ilocano
I
or
was like,
Tagalog.
"Listen,
So,
listen!"
so we had the teacher that helps us out. She volunteered.
Yeah,
She volunteered to MC.
be the
Actually,
MC.
we asked if she can be the MC,
Master of the
master of
ceremonies.
ceremonies.
She did a
But
phenomenal
without
job.
her, it would have been
Oh no,
very difficult.
because
It
I
would have
don't
been
speak
very difficult.
Tagalog
Yeah.
or Ilocano.
But my Ilocano or Tagalog is not that great, so I'm glad she was there. And she was
Yeah,
like, she had that authority, like the
and
teacher's
she would. Oh
authority, and she'd be
yes,
like, "Hey, you're cheating! Don't do that!"
yeah,
You
she
know.
did. She did.
But I
I
felt
knew they were cheating. I was like,
she
just.
was just looking at the other way. She was looking the other way. She's like, she wasn't even helpful. You know, she was just like walking around with a camera. Oh, I'm not gonna
I
involve myself in that one. But
was like,
it was amazing. Just to see a whole bunch of kids just
a lot of happy
laugh.
kids.
So I didn't know, right? The best ice cream in town is called Pablo's ice cream.
Hmm.
Well, lo and behold, I didn't know that there was a Pablo in Tayog and there was also another Pablo in Rosales. So I ordered three like I don't know, like
Big, big
huge ice cream
tubs.
things from one Pablo in
Uh huh.
Tayog, and then
You
the
ordered
teacher,
a
right,
yeah.
who we asked to order
So we thought we were ordering from the
the
same
same
Pablo. We're
Pablo.
like, oh, we got five
We got
bales of
5
ice
bales
cream,
of
and
ice
now
cream.
these ice cream are like as big as your
Yeah.
body.
Okay, so
Turns out it was different Pablos.
the Pablo from Rosales ice cream, Pablo ice cream from Rosales, good though. I mean, that was like legit. It was gone. It was gone. It was done. The
Hmm.
other Pablo's ice cream from Teo,
I like the Tayog
I
ice
know,
cream
but
from
there was a lot
Pablo.
left from the one in Teo.
It's because that one came later.
No, they came at the same time. They were already there. All the ice creams were there before the party started.
The ice cream was the bomb. Okay.
It was good. Yes, it was good. We had ube, we had strawberry, we had cheese, we had what's the other one? Chocolate.
Chocolate,
Yeah,
strawberry,
we had two
ube,
cheeses.
two
We
cheese.
thought that it was gonna be a hit, but
Like it was. So the ice cream was a hit.
now don't get me wrong. I think that the ice cream could have been consumed, but we were like, let's finish this party off
Oh yeah.
because we had
Yeah.
to like take care of the
So
cleanup. We had to
we
take family back
ended the
home.
party at 7.
Yes,
So it was like the party was from 4
to
to
7.
7.
Yes.
Just 3 hours of party and we're done.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, those 3 hours were like actually we started from the moment we woke up and we never stopped until like we put our head to bed at
Hey,
night.
my cousin and my auntie, if it wasn't for them coming over and like cleaning up the shaping dishes and setting up the tables and cooking the rice,
Yeah.
That party would never happen.
No, the party was lit because of all the helpers.
All the family
Like
that
there
came.
was no way that I could have done it by myself. Like zero way. It would have been. I mean, I'm sure it would have still been fun, but it wouldn't have been as a success.
Yes, yeah. I would say I appreciate all the family coming through.
For
So
sure. See, okay, so when I think of like a Christmas party with family, like we went and got everybody and everybody come together, but we didn't get to spend that quality time that I
yeah,
would think that we
I
would get.
know.
Like if we were in the States, people do that. That's the
Quality
culture
time.
there. You sit together, you laugh, you like share gifts, whatever. But in Philippines, it was a little different. It was like, let's have everybody come to our house. We're hosting a big party, and then like we didn't even really get to spend time with our family.
We did, unfortunately.
So
So
like, what is there like a culture difference? Like what like we threw on a party for like all the kids in the city or like in the town or what?
well, my goal was to get as much of our family together, right?
Hmm.
So we sent a whole bunch of invitations out there. For me, like, let me give you guys some perspective. My mom's side, there was 10 there's
12
10 of them.
kids. I thought
12
there was
kids.
12.
Oh, 12 kids, right? 10, 12 kids, right? And 12 kids. So that's just my mom's side,
I think that's how it was back then.
right? My grandma, there was 10 siblings, okay? So 10 siblings from the grandma, from one of those kids had 12 of them,
Hmm.
right? And so you can just imagine how much family we have
We have tons of
in
family here in the
Philippines.
Philippines.
And it's like
Tons.
I was like I hope like I hope everybody comes through and like whoever I knew was a family just invites everyone else over.
Hmm.
But I felt bad because I just don't know who else is family.
Tons of family. All the time we come in, like we find out like classmates are family. Our children are sitting next to their cousin in class, like that's family. We go to chess tournaments and we're giving rides to people who we thought we were just giving rides to. It turns out they're family. And like it's just we're surrounded by
Yeah,
family.
like second cousins. Yeah, so lots of second cousins. It's
Hmm.
just the thing is, the lineage changes because the last name changes if
All
they're
right.
women. You know what I mean? Like a
Hmm.
woman gets married, the last name changes, but that's still family. So the last name changes, and but the thing is, it's unfortunate because you don't track people all the way down. And
Hmm.
that's something that I probably want to do. It's like, hey, who are at least my grandmas and my grandpas?
Hmm.
Who
Yeah.
are they,
I
right?
mean, in
And
my
what
family,
last names are
I
actually
have
our
a
family,
lot of family.
right? Can you imagine, right? Like
Hmm.
how many from your father's side?
Tons.
No. How many siblings from your father?
10.
Okay, how many siblings for on your grandma from your father's side?
Hold on. Wait, I'm confused.
Okay, so
Oh, my grandma. I have no idea.
so you see exactly,
Yeah.
right? So if your grandma had 10 kids,
Uh-huh.
right?
Uh-huh.
Well, you could just only imagine how many siblings your grandma had.
I have no idea how
Okay,
many.
what about your mom's side? How many
Okay,
were
I
there?
know my mom. Okay, my grandmother had uh, 7 kids, but my great grandmother had 18 kids.
Oh gosh, hey, that's what happened. There's no TV. That's what happens.
This was before birth control,
Yeah,
okay?
no, it was good, right? It was like,
I'm
hey,
like, oh wait, I think
let's
they were Catholic too.
let's populate Earth. You know what I mean? And they
18
did a
kids.
wonderful
Well,
job.
okay, so my great grandma was she gives birth to twins. My grandmother's a twin with a boy.
We can have twins.
Yeah, I have brothers that are twins.
Mhm.
I think it skips a generation though, so
Ah,
our kids
well,
can have twins.
okay, maybe our kids can have
And it's on the girl side, so maybe Himiko will be lucky. Yeah.
twin grandkids.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
No more kids for us, I guess.
I don't know. I mean, we try, but it just doesn't happen.
So, the party was great. So, what were some of the things that you were surprised by? Now, this is your first Filipino Christmas party in Philippines, right? Where a whole bunch of kids were invited. 300 people were over. More than 300 people were over. Catering was done. Lechon was ordered.
I was just blessed by the turnout.
Yeah, it was great. So, the initial plan was just 2 goats and 1 pig. We ended up having one goat and two
Two
pigs.
pigs.
Yes. So one pig for like the meat, one goat for the meat, and then one pig for
So
the
I
chicken.
ate some goat okay, so normally I don't really go towards goat, like, but yesterday I tried some meat that I thought was pork.
Oh.
Turned out to be goat, and it was very tender and very tasty. And I was like, huh, never had goat like this, and it was delicious. So I tried some new foods yesterday, and it was great. I loved it. Filipino food's actually really, really good. I don't really care for all the meat per se, because like you can get all these meat dishes, and they're not my like cup of tea. I prefer veggies all day long, and so I've had a lot of veggie meals out here, but yeah, I
Okay.
try all kinds.
So I'm gonna be honest. All right. So if Maria Paula, the chef, right, Rolling, watches this, she's gonna know. So out of the whole catered meal, the only thing I ate, I only had one lumpia. Right?
One
One
lumpia.
lumpia.
I think it's because he was so
We
busy.
were
He was so
so
busy.
busy.
He
We were
never
so
stopped to
busy.
eat.
It was like, all right, I gotta get ready.
He
I
never
gotta get.
even took a shower. He never even got ready.
Dang, you gotta put that out there on the internet.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So,
because
anyways,
I thought you were
I was
gonna.
cleaning up. I was cleaning up. Okay, but the kids came. Right, the kids came, and I was like, all right, guys, let's do the prayer. They did the prayer, and it's like, all right, let's get ready for the food. And the kids were just sitting there. We had a fridge outside that nobody knew how to access.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It was like, it's one of those things where it's like, well, it's somebody else's fridge, don't open it.
I was like, "There's water and
Yeah, yeah,
drinks
we
over
were
here.
telling
Come to the
people.
fridge."
They were so
Nobody was
shy.
coming to the
Everybody
fridge.
was so shy going to the fridge. So I had to go to the fridge, get some juice, start passing things out to the kids,
Hmm.
start passing water out. You know what I mean? And then um, that's pretty much it. And then the kids had trouble with deciding like which gift to give as a prize.
Mm.
And so it was good. Oh, it's Merry Christmas. It's Merry Christmas. Ho, ho, ho,
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Okay, so it's 12:13 here in
The
the
Philippines.
Philippines. And so, yeah, it's Christmas technically. In the US, it's not
No,
yet.
it's Christmas Eve
It's
in the
Christmas
US.
Eve in the US. But here, it's already Christmas Day.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah.
for all our viewers out there, thank you for.
Happy birthday, Keenan.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Keenan.
We have some
You are.
some Christmas babies in the house.
Mhm. But okay, so we talked about your expectations before. We talked about the things that surprised you. So, what if you were to do that party all over again next year? Would you change anything?
Yes. So next year I would probably do a smaller party. No. That was so insane. And it's a lot of work. There's still more work to do. Like, I have someone who comes and helps to kind of like help me organize the house, and there's a lot of work to do. So I feel bad about that. The aftermath of the party. But I would get aprons for all the workers,
Oh
like
yeah,
all the
that's right.
people who
I think
helped.
my cousin Leo would appreciate that.
Yeah,
He's like, hey,
because their
you guys have
clothes were
aprons, bro?
getting dirty.
No more aprons, bro. No. We didn't know. Okay, so aprons one. What else?
Probably have the party for a longer period of time, like instead of 3 hours, do 4 hours.
Okay. 4 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. What else? What else?
Um, I don't know. Everything else was good.
Yeah.
Everything was
What
great.
about the venue?
Maybe I need more gifts because we ran out of gifts really quick.
Okay.
We did
But
a
why? Why did we run out of gifts so
because
fast?
there were people cheating, like, and I wasn't gonna fight them on it. I was just like, eh. And then there was people like going up to get a gift that didn't actually win a gift. So I don't know. It just got a little chaotic when it came to like gift giving.
Yeah, I think it was good. I like ultimately.
Merry Christmas. Somebody
Merry
called
Christmas.
us, oh, Yu-Gi-Oh, what's up? He called us
What's up?
Hovina. That's what we need to name our next kid.
Yeah, I like that. So,
Hovina.
Merry Christmas, Yu-Gi-Oh! That's great. So Yu-Gi-Oh! Has been watching us.
Yeah,
One of our subscribers.
he's an
He's an
OG.
OG. Right?
Yeah.
Um,
supporter for a long, long time.
long time,
Yeah, and I think he's here in the
Yes, he
Philippines.
is in the
Yeah.
Philippines.
So shouts out to Yu-Gi-Oh! And shouts out to Willie Bobo. Willie Bobo, love you, miss you.
Willie Bobo. Oh yeah, I think Willie Bobo. When you come over here, uh, we're gonna we're gonna set up the house with some speakers.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
need
yeah.
some assistance in that.
We
I
need
don't I don't
we need the
necessarily
DJ.
understand like sound system and how it works. Um,
We
yeah,
need some lessons.
yeah, I need some lessons in that aspect of it.
Yeah,
Okay,
for
so
sure. Aw, Willie Bobo loves us.
that's
Yes.
awesome.
And then Yu-Gi-Oh, he's like flexing, he's like strong. Very good.
Okay, what else? What else would you change about the party?
I don't know. What would you change? Look at him. He's always asking me all these questions. What would you change? What were you surprised by at the party? Let me throw it back
I
at you.
I was surprised at the amount of kids that show up. So I was expecting like our kids inviting 25, 50 kids, right?
Mm-hmm.
Each. And I was expecting 40 kids to show up,
Mm-hmm.
right? 40 kids. Well, because I
Easily.
expected to have 40 kids, we ordered 40 chairs.
Yes, we only had 40
We
chairs.
only had 40 chairs. And so it's a kids' party, so we didn't expect anything else. Well, there was over 100 kids.
There was over
It
100
was over
kids.
100 kids. And what was interesting is that these kids didn't complain. They were just happy to be there, to get the ice cream and the food, and just to hang out. And like there was a lot of kids that dressed up to the nines. You know what I mean? Everybody was ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
I think that a
They
bigger
wore their Christmas outfits. They're wearing red. They're looking so cute.
there was a lot of kids that were looking fly. And so I think if I was to change anything, I would probably change the venue to the other part of the house.
Yeah.
It's bigger. So we have another
side of the property.
we have another side of the property where it's twice as big, I
Yeah.
would say. And I
Yeah.
would
Maybe 3
probably
times as big.
maybe
But it's not paved. So it's like it needs work done. We didn't anticipate this. Like we I guess we could have planned a little better.
We could have planned a little better.
You know.
So we'll see. I think that next time we will, if we have it again, right? I'm not saying that we are. I'm not saying that we're not. But if we have it again, definitely more prizes. Right? Definitely
More prizes. Way
bigger,
more prizes.
Bigger venue. Definitely, probably more food because
more food.
That was sufficient.
It was
food.
enough.
It was enough food.
There was still a little bit of food left over at the end of the night. We were sending people home with food, so that was good.
That was good. But food here does not go to waste because people take it home.
Right.
And they can have it.
They eat it for breakfast.
I would say that instead of having the fridge, I think that like coolers
would have been better.
Would have been better because it's open, it's available, people can see it instead of the kids being shy to go to the fridge.
Yeah. They'd walk up to me, they'd be like, "Too big?" And I'd be like, "Oh, you want water? Okay, yeah." I don't even speak the language, but it was cute. I was like, I think I know what they want.
Yeah. So we had one thing that I wouldn't change is I wouldn't change the kids' Christmas party. Because one thing that we don't want is like alcoholic beverages being consumed at the party, just because it would have changed the dynamic of the party, I would believe. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was 100% a kids event, so we kept it very child friendly, like the whole way, all the way around.
So keeping the Himiko and Hiro assisting the MC.
Yeah, they were the hosts.
Himiko and Hiro were the host, and asking someone who speaks fluent like Ilocano and Tagalog.
That was very good.
As a masters of ceremony.
That was key. Yeah, for sure.
Was good. Unfortunately, our house is by a highway.
Yeah, right. We're on the main highway. So then, like, a lot of the people are kind of like out in the street. And so it is a 4-lane road. Is it 4 lanes? It's 4 lanes right in front of our house. And so we took up like a lane.
Yeah, we did.
And
there's a whole bunch of people parked in front of our our house.
But that's
It was a whole row.
that like for like at least half a block. But here's the thing, it's like in the Philippines, they build their houses like right up on the property line, and that's like where the wall goes up, and so everything inside, that's all their property. But when you have a party, sometimes the party is in the street. And so like even while we were driving to the resort today, we had to drive really slow as we're passing by these parties because there's like hundreds of people in the street. And it's Christmas, rightly so. Like it's a big event. Like we're seeing fireworks as we're driving
It
by.
was beautiful.
It's really nice. And yeah, hundreds of people and drunk people, like drunk.
And that's what I didn't want to do.
Yeah.
I didn't want drunk, like people like stumbling and arguing and getting in a fight. I think that having the kids and focusing on the kids is more important than kind of like having a party for adults.
Mhm.
Adults have had their fun already.
And I also think that the families that attended our party appreciated that.
Yeah, it was
Because
really
I
nice.
know we had so many teachers at our party, like so many faculty staff were at our party. And, I'm sure that they really appreciated that it was just a Christmas party for kids
Mm.
and nothing else. The safety of all the children. I mean, our party was so crazy and like wild, okay, with children, that a kid got lost.
Dude, why would you say that?
Well,
Why would you say that?
I didn't even
Not
know.
even live on the internet.
Well,
Okay.
like, give some context. Give some context.
What do you mean? This is your story. I'm sorry. I don't know
So
what you're
my
talking
so
about.
my husband tells
Why
me,
are you putting me under the bus?
well, because you're the one. Because
Okay,
I don't
alright. I'll
understand
tell the story.
anything happening around me. Like something could be happening, and I don't understand it unless I read body language.
Okay, so this is what happened, right? We had a plan, and our plan is like, okay, once all the prizes are gone, once the last prize gives away, right? And we had like the last prize to be given away is a bike. Once the last prize is done, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna have all the kids line up in one line. As they exit, you give them a gift, right? So our idea was to give a gift to each kid, and Dee was by the door,
Mm-hmm.
right, giving the gift, like the cash, like money, to these kids walking out, right? So it was in an envelope, and like, like okay, line up all the kids, whatever, right? They're all lining up, right? And so, mid D, like passing out this money, like all the kids, half the kids that show up are already gone, right? I felt bad because like this someone was like, hey, have you guys seen this child, right? So the MC's like, hey, has anybody seen this person? They're saying this person's name. Hey, what's your name? Come over here. Your family's looking for you. And I was like, oh no. But there was nothing really I could do because I didn't know who the kid was. I didn't know what he looked like. There was no reason to panic for me because the MC already was handling the situation. So I just let the MC handle the situation, and the kid was found.
And I didn't even know any of this happened
So
because I don't understand the
we had
language.
so many kids at the house. There was a kid that was lost at the end of the night.
Yeah,
Found.
but he was found.
Yes.
And yeah, and it took a full hour to get everybody to finally like
Take off.
shut down the
Yes.
party
Yes.
because we stopped at 7 on the dot. Like we started at 4 on the dot, we ended at 7 on the dot. So like timing perfect, like everything was perfect with timing. But it took a full hour to get everybody like off the property.
Yeah. It was so happy. Everybody was having fun. It was great.
Mhm.
Let me see.
Well, okay, so he doesn't know because he went to go drop off family. So I had to deal with carolers. So I don't know if you guys.
Okay,
So
we've had a ton. Like
we-
every
okay.
night for the last 20 days.
Yeah,
Since
since
December.
December
Since
1st, we've
December
had
1st.
carolers. And, like it starts out really slow. I give them like 2 pesos, 1 peso, 3 pesos here. Then by the 15th day, I'm like giving out, 5 pesos to each kid. At some point, they start bringing in instruments, and I'm giving out 20 pesos to the people with instruments
Each.
each. And
So,
then
so if there's like 6 of them, that's 120
it's a
pesos.
hundred. That's 100 peso. So like, and then if they're like adults, I'm giving them 20 peso each. That's like 100 peso. But I gave like 50 pesos to these guys that came
They
with
were
drums
good.
and guitars.
Yeah, they had a
Right?
guitar. They had a girl like straight up singing. Like the girl was like reading her phone.
Yeah,
Kind of
she's like
on
all in
tune.
it.
They
It
were
was
like,
so
oh,
good.
it was so good. It was
Yeah,
so
the
good.
carolers.
I wanted them to come back. I was like, man, if they come back, I'm gonna give them 100 peso each. If
Well,
they came back.
I mean, some of them were at our party, but what we ended up doing is, so he was gone, driving family away. I had carolers, and I had an uncle and auntie who were still with me. And so we gave those kids that came by, and I probably had about 10 or 12 kids total come by, and we gave them the ice cream. So we were giving out ice cream cones. We weren't giving out any more money.
Were they at the party too or no?
Some of them were at the party. Some of them weren't at the party. I think they were from further down another city over, but they were walking through singing their caroling. We went to barbecue and the carolers were there. I was like, "Hey, you were at the party. Like, I'm not gonna give you more money. Like,
Hey,
you know,
okay, so where else? Where else have you seen where kids carol do a karaoke?
the gas station. They carol at the gas
Great
station,
idea. Right? It's a place where people come through, right? You don't have to go house to house. These kids will just
and these
line up.
kids had stacks of coins, like stacks of coins. So they were pulling it in. They were raking it in for
I would
sure.
say they're pretty good. That's a great idea. Go somewhere where there's a lot of traffic, and the gas station is a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and the gas attendants don't even say anything to anybody. Like, if you are panhandling or selling something, peddling or whatever you're doing, right? Nobody says anything to you about your hustle. Like, they just leave you alone.
Yeah, I mean, hey,
The drive-through,
yeah. I was
they're
gonna
like
say
they're
that. I
like
was gonna say
selling you, like you go to the drive-through to get food, and there's people literally
they're
like
selling
peddling
lemons.
right
They're
there
selling
at the
lemons,
window, and
garlic,
they're not getting told to go away.
onions.
So yeah.
Hmm. Okay, well that was good. That was good. Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, our drive. So it's Christmas Eve, and last time we drove this, it took us 6 hours. Today it took us 3.5,
Yeah. Hmm.
and it's because my husband,
Four. It took us 4 hours.
of 4, he really follows the speed limit.
No, there wasn't a lot of traffic. There wasn't a lot of traffic on the road.
Merry Christmas,
Zenny,
oh
hey!
Lenny.
Oh my goodness, Zenny, is that you're from Barangubang? I'm not sure.
Merry
Merry
Christmas,
Christmas.
Ponsit.
Oh, we
Aw,
missed it. We stopped by.
we did stop
We
by.
did stop by.
We were like Santa this year,
Yeah.
for sure.
Merry Christmas, Zenny.
Yeah.
What were we talking about?
So my kids still know that Santa is real. So,
My daughter was like, "We forgot to bake cookies for Santa," and he's like,
I can't find my
I can't
pan.
find my pan." I was thinking, right? I was like, that's a pretty good excuse. Yeah. Not finding a pan is a pretty good
I don't have the
excuse, right?
pan.
So our kids believe in tooth fairies
Uh-huh.
still, and they believe in Santa.
Okay, so the tooth fairy, I did a major fail this year. Hero he's lost 2 teeth, but he lost this tooth. Then he pulled his own tooth out, and I it didn't register with me, like tooth out, tooth fairy. And so he went to sleep. He woke up the next morning, and he woke up disappointed. I was like, "What's up, babe?" He's like, "The tooth fairy, she didn't come, and I put my tooth there." And I was like, Oh man, I really failed on that one for sure. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that was bad.
He cried for like half the morning.
He was so mopey. I
Okay, so
gave
what
him
was your
money.
response? What is your
I was like, I'm the tooth fairy.
She's over here breaking dreams.
I know.
But yeah, that's that Yu-Gi-Oh.
We don't have chimneys here.
Oh, no, Santa comes through the window. Santa comes through the window.
Santa comes right through the door. He's got everybody's number. Well, you know how I did it today? I was like, oh, there's these presents over here in Papa's office. Santa must have came during the party.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh look, there's Himiko. What's up? She's like, it's Christmas. Oh, she's trying to get us to go to sleep.
She's trying to get us to go to sleep. The kids are excited because it's Christmas here. They know it's Christmas. They probably want to open their gifts. That's what they're calling us in. It's okay.
Oh, she wants to be tucked in. Go tuck her in.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Okay. We'll take 1 second to tuck the baby in. So, anyways, how are you guys doing out there? I've got the Red Bull. It comes in a can. They don't do the bottles here. I think it's because we're right by the ocean. Maybe. And they always change, like, any drink that you want, they change it to a plastic cup. I think because they don't allow it by the pool. You know, once you go in the pool, it might break or something, and then you can't see the glass. But let's see who's in here. In the Philippines, do they celebrate Christmas? Yes, they do. Actually, in the Philippines, Christmas starts in September. So you start seeing like Christmas decorations in the mall and everywhere. They skip right over Halloween. They don't really even do Halloween. Although you will find some trick or treaters, but it's not a big deal here. And then Christmas is a big deal. So yeah, and then because everybody's Catholic, like for the most part, like 80%. So everybody's believing about, Jesus and his birth and all that. So it's a big deal, Christmas. And there's also midnight mass here. And yeah, Christmas is a really big deal in the Philippines. Papa, Willie Bobo wanted to know if they celebrate Christmas in the Philippines.
Yes, Willy Bobo. They do celebrate Christmas in the Philippines. Yeah, they're very serious about it. Like they go to church every night.
Yeah, in the midnight.
At midnight, like mass. They go to
multiple masses.
They go to multiple masses. They follow like the Roman Catholic thing. In fact, on the way over here, there was a whole bunch of people walking to church or walking from church for evening mass.
Yeah. And then, yes, Yu-Gi-Oh! Left and right, karaoke everywhere. Okay, so I'll just tell you right now. If you thought, I thought that the elections were obnoxious with the amount of music and loud, performance happening in the streets. Well, Christmas, it's like quadruple that. So it's like super loud. Everywhere you go, you hear the mics. People are sitting out, singing karaoke. I've sang karaoke at least 3 or 4 times this week. So
Well, you're in for a surprise because
I heard
you
New Year's.
think that Christmas is.
I heard New Year's is even bigger.
New Year's is huge. There's fireworks.
I heard New Year's is insane here.
Yeah, it's insane here for New Year's. Like people and kids, they have like their own fireworks and stuff. I mean, it started in November. You've been hearing the kids kind of like show off their little
fireworks, and I thought it was gunfire. I thought they were like somebody was shooting,
but it's not.
And I was having PTSD. I was like, we can't go outside. People gonna die.
So Willy Bubble says, I'm glad to hear you guys make sure that you and Nico got some awesome gifts. Yeah,
they got dogs. Did you see them? They got dogs. Himiko's dog's name is Heart. Okay.
It's a boy dog.
Yeah. Let me see if I can make a heart happen. No? Does it
Christmas
happen when you're doing
I
the
think
live?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
I don't know. We tried. And then let me see.
Heroes,
Hero's dog's name
dogs,
is Golden.
golden. So original.
Because they're golden retrievers.
So Hero and Miko got golden retrievers for Christmas this year,
Yeah.
amongst other things. Amongst other.
Yeah, and they got other things. But like what do you get people who have everything? Spend time with them, give them your time. Take them on a vacation. We're at a nice resort, and when we wake up in the morning, we'll show you guys the view. We're in a suite. Although for the Philippines, I guess like this is a big deal. But the suite isn't what I would expect for a suite. It's just a room. But with a good view. With a really
Good
good view.
view.
Good view.
It's bigger.
It is bigger.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
It's okay.
It's
So look, we stayed here. We stayed in a
deluxe room.
deluxe room, which is a little bit smaller than where we're at now. Now it's a little bit bigger. We're in the suite.
Okay, so oh wait,
Jeanette
Shanette Mendoza
Mendoza.
just started following you. My wife and I are both active duty Air Force, 10 years in. We can't wait to
Air
retire.
Force. Oh man.
Be nice. Be
Come
nice.
on, Air
We're
Force.
Army, okay? So he's just always
Hey,
talking
how's that
smack.
chair, bro?
It's relaxing and it feels good on the back, okay? Can't wait to retire, come home and retire there. Y'all are living the dream now. So happy for you. Thank you. Merry Christmas.
Oh,
Yes.
that's so cool.
Yes.
I always take the time to make fun of other military
And I don't
branches
agree with that.
just because I
So
want to give love to them. You know what I mean?
and
To us, it's like you gotta have to. So Air Force, you know what?
I don't
Hey,
appreciate that
no,
banter.
I'm just saying, Air Force, they always have it good. They have it good.
They did have a
They
good
have
they had a
it.
good.
So can you do okay? Okay? You were in Iraq, right?
Uh-huh.
Where did you have the best food?
At the Air Force.
It's the
At the
Air
Air Force
Force Base,
Shaha. Hey,
exactly.
you go there for
So you know
Shaha.
what? Yeah,
Bomb food.
yeah. I'm glad the Air Force are there because every time we went, they had steak, they had shrimp,
They had
they had
lobster. Yeah,
lobster.
that's
You
true.
know what I mean? All the time.
The Air Force
At
the Air Force had
Air
golf
Force,
carts.
yeah, had,
Golf carts. They stayed in like nice dorm
they
rooms.
have a swimming pool too.
I don't know. I don't
Yeah,
know.
they did. Let's not even. But yeah, so
The Air Force got
so
it going on,
they
okay?
have a lot. Okay, they have jet planes, they have buildings, and so
Yeah.
it just works.
They have a good funding, I guess. They
do.
have really good
They do.
funding.
You know,
Army, on the other
I
hand,
can't wait to. I can't wait to see what the Space Force does.
Space
Like
Force.
Space Force. You know what I mean? They're like the one uppers. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Air Force
yeah,
is like we set the tone, but then Space Force is like the one
yeah.
uppers.
NASA.
Is like, hey, we got you guys beat. Anyways. So, thank you for joining us. We are here in Philippines. We just retired, just to give you some
Yeah.
background, and we're
And
enjoying
thanks for following us.
Thanks for
Yeah.
following us. So
We're just on
we
vacation for
we
the rest of our lives now.
yes, this is true.
Yeah.
Your money goes a long way here in
It
Philippines.
does.
So let me
Yeah.
ask you this: since we're talking about finances, do you think you were able to save more in the U.S. while you were working full time, right, having multiple jobs, or do you think you're able to save more here in Philippines?
So I only have one job. Um, do I save more? I used to work 4. Okay. I probably save about the same.
Yep, you save a lot.
And we save.
Yeah.
So if I'm not saving, I'm worried. So like for instance, if I can't put money into stocks every month, I'm worried. And so I start to stress out. And that's kind of like our baseline. And so the first 2 months here were really hard because it was kind of like transitioning from our old like all our jobs and quitting all of that and then moving, then having all the moving expenses and then starting up here and kind of like getting our bearing, finding our footing. And then once we did, like all the spending stopped, like completely.
Yeah.
It literally, like we can feed our whole family the whole day and have leftovers for tomorrow, $10.
Less than that. Less than that. So, Jeanette, Air Force 10 years. So, if you and your husband get to finish your term, I will
No,
drive
that
you.
is the man. It's the man
Or,
because it says my wife
oh,
and I are both.
so when you guys do
That's
finish
a
that,
man's name. Jeanette.
Jeanette, I don't know how to
Maybe,
pronounce it.
maybe,
Hey,
yeah, yeah.
bro,
We're not good at,
I
we can't read good.
apologize.
No.
Okay, so,
English is not
yeah,
our
yeah,
first
yeah.
language.
We've
No.
been called airmen, right? So
Yes.
Airman Mendoza. Just to
No,
let you
no.
know.
If he's been in for a while, I'm sure he's
I'm just saying, like soldiers are
master
soldiers.
sergeant or something.
Soldiers are soldiers. Marines are Marines. This guy's Air Force. They're called airmen.
All right, I'm not gonna get
I'm
technical.
just saying. Look. This guy. I'm just saying. Look,
Yeah,
finish your term. The best.
yeah.
The
Do
best
10 more
advice
years.
I
Yes,
can
I
tell
could give
you
anybody.
is to finish off your military
Yeah,
career. Get
get
out
that
at
fat
your
paycheck.
20, 21, so you can start collecting your paycheck, right?
Hmm.
Then move to some place where the dollar goes a long way.
Yeah.
And just live your life. Raise your kids. That's exactly what we're doing now. And honestly, I was poor growing up, and college wasn't really an option because my family was poor. So it was always like my mother has always pushed me towards education, but because we didn't have the finances secured, she wanted me to go to the Navy, right? But um, I decided not to go to the Navy because they didn't want me. The Marines, I don't remember what their answer was, but the Air Force said no, and the Army said yes, we'll take you and your girlfriend, and not only will we take you and your girlfriend, we'll promote one of you.
But
So we're like,
this was in
2001.
2001.
This was 2001.
So yeah, of course they were taking
Yeah,
everybody.
well, after post 9/11, right? I mean, that was,
Yeah.
but yeah, um, joining the military was definitely not my first choice, but it was the best choice because if it wasn't for the military,
We wouldn't be where we are
wouldn't be where
today.
we are today.
No
We wouldn't be
way.
where we are today. In fact, if you backtrack when was 17 after we graduated high school, I took this young lady to
He brought
Philippines.
me here.
Yeah, and she
I
didn't
didn't
want
want
to
to
go back.
come
She
back
didn't
to
want to go back. She's like,
America.
why don't we just live in Philippines
Hmm.
and be farmers here? Because she enjoyed it so much.
And I grew up in like the rancho, and I'm okay with like being, like taking care of animals and, like all that. So it wasn't a hard like switch for me to go to from what I grew up with to where I was like in the Philippines. I was like, I can totally live out here. Not a
So
problem.
I actually went to the store with Emiko today, and we bought a dog kennel, a smaller one for
Hmm.
travel purposes.
Hmm.
And guess what they had there at the store?
What?
Chicken feed. So I asked the
Oh,
guy how we can get chickens for you,
yeah.
and so we can start having chickens lay
Nice.
eggs and stuff like
Nice.
that.
I need a chicken coop.
Yeah, yep, exactly. They have that stuff, and
Nice.
so it's nice. I think a
We're
month or
getting
two.
there.
We're getting there. We're gonna have a
Slowly.
chicken coop. We're gonna have a
We're
chicken
gonna
coop.
have goat. We're gonna have
Whoa, whoa,
chickens.
whoa! Slow
We
down
have a
there. Slow
dog.
down there. Okay. Slow down. Slow down. Okay. One chicken.
No, no. I need like multiple. I
One
need like
chicken.
4
Two.
chickens.
Two chickens.
Okay, I'll take 2.
Two
I'll
chickens.
do 2
Okay.
chickens.
We're gonna start with two chickens.
Yeah, they
Hopefully
need a
they lay
friend.
eggs. I also learned that a chicken will not lay an egg unless there's a rooster that's with it.
That's
Okay.
crazy.
But if you don't have those two, then you can feed it, and the food will cause it to lay eggs on
Yes,
itself.
feed it vitamins
Yeah, like
and it'll make its own egg. You don't need a rooster to lay eggs.
yeah, that's what society is saying.
You don't need a rooster to lay an egg. All you need is vitamins and some sunshine, some vitamin D. No, I
but
don't know.
but yeah, hey, Mendoza, thanks for jumping on the channel. Really appreciate you. You're not the first male. You're not the first couple that reached out and said, "Hey, we just found you guys."
Yeah,
In fact, there's a couple that is retiring
and they're coming really
and they're coming
soon.
next year. They're coming
Yeah,
next year, and they're doing the same thing that we're doing. So it'll be great. So I don't know if you have kids, but Philippines is a great place to have kids, and a lot of people we meet are always asking, why are you putting your kids in public school when you can put them in private school? For me, I think it's important that the kids, from my perspective, go to public school so that way they can learn the culture and the
and the language.
community and the language itself. If you send your kids to private school, yes, they're definitely going to have the best and brightest teachers, but they're not necessarily going to know the culture
Or their
or their
neighbors.
neighbors. And a part of that is, for me, is getting to know the barangay and the people that you live with in that area instead of just talking to other people who are in the same class or from the rich part. You know what I mean? I'm not really about that. I want my kids to have friends from all kinds of walks of life and different
Yeah,
parts.
yeah.
So what did
So
you say?
he's saying that we're funny, and his name is John. He's using his wife's account. Well, there you go. Okay, so I was
Okay.
like, I don't know if that's a
Countertop from
man's
a
name.
non-state tax
Uh,
income living in a
okay,
PH.
so here's the thing. We really were thinking about moving, and like we had this whole plan to move to a non-state right before we left.
Like Nevada,
Like, what was that one?
Minnesota.
Yeah, like one of those states. Like we did our research, we were looking at houses. We even called real estate agents out in those areas to to move.
Texas is another
Oh
one.
yeah, yeah. But we didn't end up doing that. We have a CPA, which is what's the CPA stand for? Certified,
Somebody who does our taxes.
yeah, personal accountant or something. And so we have a CPA, and it's from a good firm, like a big firm. And so they know all the laws and they do all their research. And we told them about what we're doing. So they're going to continue to do our books and our taxes while we're here. And we are still like, we still have to do taxes in the States because we have income property, and, we still are doing some things on the side that make us income. So
we definitely have some side hustle,
mhm.
and
So we have to pay taxes.
so we have to pay taxes.
Yeah.
So if you know, yeah, message us directly if you want to know more about that. You guys are in the military, so definitely you can do the same thing, follow the same format that we did. Um, the military was just basically a stepping stone for us, and we kind of took advantage of moving from different places.
Hmm.
And so, in doing that, it taught us about finances and kind of like doing side hustle
And also having
um,
flexibility
what is
and
that
being able
called?
to adapt and overcome, passive
Passive
income.
income. And so, if that's something that you're interested in, you have 10 more years, definitely hit us up.
Yeah.
Um, how do people reach out to us?
People reach out. I mean, you can always send a message,
Yeah, send a
but
message, and then we'll definitely message you back,
yeah, we always
and
message
then
people
we'll
back.
go from there, and we'll definitely walk you through the process. We have been following. Uh, we've kind of been tracking how we did the whole process coming here to
Oh,
Philippines.
totally. Yeah, if
But
you want to
if
look back and see our move, you can go. We have a playlist called "Moving to the Philippines," and you can watch our videos right from the
if
start.
you have any questions at all regarding anything, maybe something that we didn't cover, feel free to send us a message, and we will answer those questions. Because one thing that we want to do is help out, the same background, military, to kind of do the same thing, the same format that we're doing. Is it expensive here in Philippines? No. Does your money go a long way? Yeah. Are our kids happy? Yeah. Are we happy? Yeah.
Hmm.
Like we're very happy.
Our relationship has gotten so much stronger. Like we're able to spend more time with each other, more time with our kids. We don't fight about stuff. I think today we were fighting about the wet paint, you know?
Yeah. Somebody was painting our house, and we were talking about wet paint, and that's what we argued about. Wet paint getting on your white shirt.
Yeah, I got wet paint on my white shirt.
So what happens when you touch wet paint and you have a wet shirt?
Yeah,
You'll have
so
you'll have
that's what we
pink
were arguing
spots.
about. That's the extent of it.
But that's
So,
pretty much it. We go on walks every day. We take our
mhm,
kids for bicycle rides around
take our kids
town.
to school,
Take
pick
them to
them up.
school, pick them up.
We pay for a tutor. We
Yeah.
have some help around the house in different areas, and it's not like we can do it on just one retirement.
Hey, something else too is Mendoza. What I would take advantage right now is, especially if you're sitting around the office all day, sitting on a chair, because the Air Force does that. Um, what I would highly encourage you to do is to
That's not true.
basically um, do some classes, online classes, get your degree.
Yeah.
So the
Get a
military, get a
degree in something you
degree.
can work. I know you're gonna have your money, right? That's great. But get a degree where you can work online.
Yes, get a degree, get you work online,
Hmm.
whatever.
You got 10
You
years
got
to
10 years
retire.
till you retire. Yeah,
Like, go
you gotta own
get
that skill.
a job you can
Own
work
the job
online.
because you can collect your pension and work simultaneously. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, none. Okay.
And property out here is pretty expensive-ish. I'd say it's kind of like equivalent to what you'd pay in like the southern states. Okay. So if you're trying to buy like land, you might have to pay like 20K.
Okay, hold on a second. Let me just. We had a video, right, where we actually toured a space.
No, I was talking about buying
No,
property.
no. Yeah, but let me just set things
Okay.
in perspective,
Okay.
right? We toured a space, and
Hmm.
how much was rent?
Rent was $80 a month.
$80 a month, yo.
For a full
80
house, it
bucks.
was like $200 a month.
Yeah. So
So yeah, like money does go a long way, for sure. But to buy a property is kind of expensive out here.
and you can only buy it if you're like
A
a
Filipino
Filipino citizen.
citizen, which I'm
Uh,
sure there's usually one at least in every couple, usually.
yeah. And so, but it's not bad. I would say, to each its own. We decided to move in the province. We didn't want to go to the city, BGC, Manila, the hustle and bustle.
We
It's just
considered it if we didn't have good internet, but apparently we have really great internet. It's like 600 megabytes per second. So
So upload, download. It's really fast. So
we can
it's
live
good
in
on
the field. We can live in
we live
the
in the province area.
yeah, in the county area, province. Yeah.
Province. But it's nice,
The countryside.
Something else too is that if you do have family out here right before you retire, I would say 1 to 2 years. Get your house built. Uh, Once your house is built, then when you get here, at least you have your own space, your own place. It's good to go. You want to have that established while you're still making money and working before you get here, because when you get here and you're just relying on your pension, that's a fixed income. And so your
Yeah.
fixed income between you and your wife, since you're both military and you're both going to be retiring from the military, is great. But
It's good.
like what Dee was talking about is that she was concerned because we were spending a lot of money at the beginning, and a lot of that money is kind of like the basics: washer, dryer, fridge, AC unit, new windows,
Update.
updates on the house that we were currently in,
Bought a
and
new car
new car. Yeah,
here.
so those things are kind of like a necessity. But once those things are done, you're just coasting. I mean,
Mhm.
coasting. So
Yeah, I like right now I'm giving out Christmas gifts to everybody I run into. Like, oh, you get a gift, you get a gift. Like it's like you can be Santa here for sure.
yeah,
Make it rain
with peso.
with
I tell her
pesos.
to pass out 1 peso, and she's passing out like bills. Okay,
Hmm.
I told her to pass out coins, and she's passing out bills.
Yeah. John says, copy. Thanks for answering my questions. I'll message you. Cool. Yeah, and hit us up. Maybe we'll meet someday in the future.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And you're not the only one. There are other couples that are
We
actually
have
now
other
reached
couples
out
that
to
are
us,
talking to
that are
us
talking to us directly
on our
on
messenger.
our messenger. And you know what? That's exactly what they're doing right now. Is they bought
Hmm
a property near the beach,
hmm Building.
and they're building it. They had family
Yeah.
build it.
And we tell them about our regrets. Like,
Yeah.
for instance, here's a little tidbit. I regret not buying a bed the minute we got here.
Oh, okay.
We
Tempur-Pedic
slept
bed.
on like these like foam mattresses
Mhm.
and our bodies hurt so bad.
Yeah, but he's the Air Force. Like I think they had Tempur-Pedic beds in the Air Force. In the Army,
So
we
you're
had
gonna need it.
cots and
So you're
things
gonna
like
need
that.
it. So you're gonna need
Yeah,
it.
I guess so. He's spoiled with
I'm spoiled.
that.
I needed it.
I need it because my back hurts.
My body hurt.
Those ruck marches, you know.
And so yeah, and then so we ended up buying a bed like way later while we were here. And when it finally came and we slept on it, pure heaven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
So
one thing I would highly encourage you buying that as
right away.
soon as you get here.
Don't mess around and sleep on
More-
them little
yeah.
baby mats.
Baby like Eurotex foam. Don't do
Mm-mm.
that. Don't do that. Okay.
Okay, then
Ashley says
MD Kawasar had said he's a subscriber.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Welcome back to the
Welcome back
channel.
to the channel. So we are on our
Ashley,
vacation.
hello.
We're on our vacation now, and tomorrow we got a few.
Yeah, we
things
took
that
a
we're
whole
gonna do.
week off.
And we're gonna be traveling in town. We're gonna be finding out new things here.
We want to hit up some islands.
Some islands.
Island hopping. Eat some good food.
Just like jump from one rock to the other.
Yeah, I want to hop on islands.
So we're gonna be tasting some
Barbecue fish.
seafood
Yes.
since we are near the water.
Seafood.
But yeah, what is that? So
And we're supposed to go hit up some other places too. We are viewing a property.
Okay,
We're gonna go view a property.
Te reto que le
Oh,
des un
snap
beso
song.
a tu novio.
Oh, le doy un beso a mi novio. Es mi esposo, pero sí le doy.
There you
Te
go.
amo. Hey, none of this soft porn going on, okay?
Oh,
Y'all need to
okay.
calm down.
Who is Fernanda Beltran?
Fernando Beltran.
Fernanda. That's a Fernanda. That's a
Fernanda. Bienvenido. Nosotros vivimos en Filipinas.
oh,
Hit the like button and subscribe.
Hey, amiga, ¿qué pasó?
I like your Spanish. You're cute.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, for sure.
All right.
We have Willie Bobo says, have to
Better
run.
run,
Stay positive. Love you.
guys.
Oh, thank
All
you.
right.
Love
Thank
you
Willie
too.
Bobo. Can't wait for you to visit us here in the Philippines.
Yes.
Okay, so what
We need
else?
to build that house.
Well, we need a foreman. I think that's.
We need a foreman. I need a DJ.
Yeah, you need a DJ.
I know a foreman and a DJ all in one. He's pretty great.
What else? Anything else you want to talk about?
I mean, we missed some birthdays and, the holidays. We're away from our family. How do you feel about being away from your family? Like,
You know what? I miss my family. I really do. I miss my sisters. I miss my mom. I miss my little brother. So, when you're in a different country and your nuclear family, the one that you're used to, is not really there, not really close by. There's a lot of issues, that happen, and I'm not able to react like I used to. So, unfortunately, that's what's happening right now. And yeah, I do miss my family. Something that we did that you were a part of was like we would spend like Christmas from one sibling's house to another sibling to another sibling, and we did that as soon as my father passed away. Just to kind of be close, and I miss that.
mm,
That's what I miss.
yeah, so we were talking like, what are we gonna do next year for Christmas? And I really don't know yet. I'm not sure if we're gonna fly home to the States to see family or what. But for me, I miss my family too. But I did get a phone call from my cousin Ezra. Hi, Ezra, love you.
Hi, Ed.
And Ezra, he spent some time with me. I got to see his family, which is like my tia, and my grandma was there. And so it's just, and my Theo and my cousins. So it was really nice to like FaceTime with them and just kind of catch up a little bit. But yeah, I do miss my family
Yeah.
too.
I
I
mean,
guess
okay.
no, you go ahead.
I think I mean, like, I'm seeing a lot of family here,
Mhm.
right?
Like that we've never got
That
to
we've never
connect
got to
with.
connect with. So
So that's
that's good.
sweet.
That's really good. But the thing is, it's like going to the United States from age 11, right? Has been a struggle. You know what I mean? Where my whole family, so there's four kids, my mom and dad, so there's six of us. One child, my older sister was in San Diego. My other sister and I were in Moreno Valley, and then my mom, my little brother, and my dad were in the Coachella Valley area. So this happened until they finally moved us in, and my family can kind of like come together and pay for rent in a house, a room in a house. And then I think because my birthday is so close to Christmas, I remember my first Christmas in the United States, right? I've always wanted like rollerblades. She finally got me the rollerblades, and that I've always wanted when I was in Philippines. And I told her, I said, I don't want it. I don't want the toy. I don't want the rollerblade. I just want my family back together. And so I'm kind of like having that feeling right now where like, oh man, unfortunately, it can't happen anymore. You know, I'm not young and naive. You know what I mean? Life continues and life has to happen. Now,
And
my
yeah,
parents,
and
yeah,
everybody's all
and
separated,
everyone's
people are living
separated.
in
Yeah, like
different
I have,
states and
I'm here in Philippines. My brother's in California. My sister's in Oklahoma. My mom's in California. So my dad, you know, bless him, but he passed away. So
mhm,
now we have our own family, and I think
mhm.
that we're definitely setting a good tone being here in the Philippines and kind of spending more time with them
Yeah,
and helping them grow into the young men and women we want them to be.
right, right. Yeah. And so it is kind of sad that we don't get to see the nuclear family, but at the same time, we're having fun. We're spending time with our kids and we're creating traditions with them. And we always have to keep in mind, like, what was the reason why we moved out here? And it isn't to save money. It's so that our kids can get the culture and get the language. And I think, like for me, I grew up speaking Spanish, but I did have like cultural identity issues because I didn't get to go to like our home country, and like the language that I learned was a different language than what my grandmother speaks. So it's just very very different, and so I wanted my children to have an opportunity to speak the language of their father and know their culture. Know, like you look Filipino. Well, how come you don't speak the language? Or like, have you even been there? Like people say mean things to you. Like, why don't you speak the language where you say you're from? And it's just really hard. And I didn't want my kids to experience the same kind of like thing that I experienced. But I do speak Spanish, but I just don't speak the Spanish my grandma speaks. It's a different dialect.
Mm.
So,
Well, now our kids growing up, they learn how to speak English first, then they learn how to speak Spanish, and now they're learning how to speak Tagalog and Ilocano. So, and then on the weekends they get um, to learn Spanish continuously with the mama bear over here,
hmm
and so it's nice.
yeah, and yeah, I teach my kids Spanish and I talk to them in Spanish all day. Let me see. There's someone in the chat. Uh, Shuva.
No, how about
Hi.
oh, okay,
Hello.
hello.
Okay, and then some messages are being held for review. Let's see. No idea. What's that? Is it bad words? Are those bad words?
Yeah, those are bad.
Those are bad words?
Hide,
Horrible.
hide.
Let's see.
Uh,
Let's review these messages. What's that say?
yeah, hide that.
Hide that.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody's in there.
Somebody's in the chat right now, kind of
Somebody's
just
in the
like not very
chat
nice.
being
Anyways,
not very nice.
yeah, yeah. Well, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Mm.
Yeah. So
So we do have a whole day planned tomorrow. We're on vacation, and so we are gonna go hit up some islands, gonna see the beautiful view out our window, and enjoy the Philippines.
you're gonna do that same thing again, where you're like do a live watching the sunrise.
I hope not. I want to sleep in. I've been struggling with like sleeping past 4.
Oh,
So I'm hoping because we stayed up late.
that's probably because you were in the military for 20 years.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
So hopefully I'll be able to sleep
Okay.
in.
Well, thanks for joining us on this live, guys. Anything at all, you guys have any questions for us, or you want us to do any research before you guys come out here and do vacation or permanently move like we have, please let us know, right? We have kids, and we've learned a lot through our struggles here, enrolling our kids, buying a car, opening bank accounts,
Dealing with the bank.
dealing with the banks, trying to change the electric bill from my father's name to my name,
Construction.
paying for bills, period,
Yeah.
haggling in town with the market. And it's just
The
like, it's been
foreigner
awesome.
tax
Yeah, the foreigner tax. So,
for this Filipino.
yeah, I know. It's because I have an accent. My Tagalog's not that great. Yeah, my Tagalog's not that great. So,
But yeah, check back. We do lives and we also do some videos occasionally. But check back to see what we're up to
yeah.
and follow us in the
All right,
Philippines.
Mendoza, send us a message if
Nice
you
to
have any
meet you.
questions. Nice meeting you guys and everyone
Thank you
else who
so
showed
much
up.
to everyone who showed up.
We appreciate you guys, and we'll talk to you guys next time.
Good night.
Bye.
Merry Christmas.